believe there exists a place in Asia where 7.641 islands scatter across a turquoise ocean. Yet only a fraction of them are inhabited? A land where restless volcanoes rise beside calm lagoons. Where raging typhoons sweep across the sky, only to leave behind the warm smiles of resilient people. Behind the postcard, perfect beaches and golden sunsets, the Philippines hides a symphony of contradictions, paradise and peril, myth and reality, chaos and harmony. It is not merely a country, but a living world of wonders, where history, legend, and survival weave together like strokes on an endless canvas. Tonight, we set out on a journey to uncover 15 mind-blowing facts about the Philippines, the most unique country in Asia. You will meet sea nomads who live their entire lives on water, witness festivals that paint the streets with fire and devotion, and discover secrets few outsiders have ever heard. So fasten your seatbelts, because this adventure will take you from awe to astonishment, from the warmth of Filipino hospitality to the hidden extremes of this remarkable land. And now, let us begin with the very first discovery. Number 15. The Land of Enchanting Islands. Can you imagine a nation pieced together from fragments of nature? 7.641 islands, scattered like emerald jewels across the Pacific. Yet only about 2.000 are inhabited? The rest remain untouched, veiled in mystery, like doors to worlds never opened. With the fifth longest coastline on Earth, the Philippines is a paradise of white sand beaches, coral reefs, and dense tropical rainforests. Its location near the equator blesses it with endless sunshine, but also curses it with an average of 20 typhoons each year, a land both gifted and tested by the hand of nature. Picture an early morning in Palawan. You wake inside a bamboo hut by the sea, breathing in the sharp scent of salt, hearing the splash of nets cast into turquoise waters as fishermen sail out, and the laughter of children playing on the shore, their joy rising as if last night's storm was nothing but a fleeting dream. This paradox, of paradise and peril, of smiles and storms, is what makes the Philippines so extraordinary. It is a land endlessly reshaped, erased and redrawn by nature's hand, yet where people remain unyielding, finding resilience and joy in the face of adversity. And as we leave Palawan behind, we realize that each of these thousands of islands whispers its own untold story, waiting to be discovered on the next step of our journey. Number 14. Jeepneys, the kings of the road. Did you know that old American military jeeps, once abandoned after World War II, have been reborn as one of the most vibrant symbols of the Philippines? Locals transformed them into jeepneys, the kings of the road. Dazzling machines that are both public transport and rolling works of art. At first, jeepneys were simply modified to carry more passengers. But over the decades, they became canvases of expression, adorned with crosses, religious icons, superheroes, and even scenes of everyday life. Each jeepney tells a story, stamped with the personality of its owner. Imagine an early morning in Manila. The streets choke with traffic. Vendors shout their wares. Horns echo in every direction. Suddenly, a jeepney appears, its body gleaming with red and gold paint. Windows rattling to the beat of music blaring from loudspeakers, while passengers squeeze inside, laughing, chatting, passing coins from hand to pay their fare. This is not just a ride, it is a snapshot of Filipino life, chaotic, colorful, yet brimming with spirit. Jeepneys have no fixed stops, with just a wave. The driver pulls over, as if the entire city were a stage where everyone has a role to play. They carry not only passengers, but also history, memory, faith, and creativity. They are proof that even in the remnants of war, the Filipino people found a way to forge an enduring cultural icon. And as we leave behind those bustling streets, countless other stories still await in the shadows. Number 13. The land of beauty queens. Have you ever wondered why the Philippines is called the land of beauty queens? This country has produced winners of Miss Universe, Miss World, and Miss International, making beauty not just a spectacle but an identity. Over 3 centuries of Spanish rule blended the Austronesian heritage of the islands with European bloodlines, creating a striking diversity of features, from sun-kissed skin to soulful eyes. Yet Filipino beauty is not just about appearance, it is a fusion of Asian grace, Latin charm, and modern confidence. Picture a pageant night in Manila, dazzling lights, gowns shimmering like silver waves, the roar of the crowd swelling as the crown is placed. And for that moment, an entire nation breathes as one. Behind the glamour are women of resilience, who shine not only on stage but in society. In fact, the Philippines ranks among the world's highest in the percentage of women in senior management positions, proving their influence reaches far beyond the runway. This duality, the elegance of the spotlight and the quiet strength of family life, the sparkle of pageantry and the grit of daily responsibility, makes the Filipino woman a symbol both intimate and monumental. And as the stage lights dim, the story of this nation continues to reveal wonders waiting to be discovered. Number 12. Pagpag, the survival food. Can you believe that in some corners of the world, people survive on leftovers? In the Philippines, especially within the slums of Manila, exists a dish called pagpag, food reborn from discarded fried chicken, spare ribs, or vegetables thrown away by fast food chains. The poorest collect these scraps, wash them, cook them again with spices, and sell them for just a few cents. For many families, it is the only meal of the day. Picture a narrow alleyway in Manila at dusk, ramshackle stalls sending smoke into the humid air, the crackling sound of oil frying, children waiting eagerly as their mothers buy a small pack of pagpag, their eyes gleaming as if they were about to feast on a delicacy. In truth, it is a story of hunger, of empty stomachs still wearing smiles in the face of hardship. Pagpag is a living paradox, both a symbol of extreme poverty and a testament to human resilience and adaptability. In every bite of discarded meat, we see injustice, yet also the unyielding will to survive when all doors seem closed. And from these shadows, the Philippines reveals a raw reality. Behind the postcard, perfect beaches and warm hospitality lie stories of struggle that few outsiders dare to confront. Let us move forward, for this journey still holds secrets that will astonish us. Number 11. The price of dreams, cars in the Philippines. Did you know that in the Philippines, buying a brand new car can cost 1.5, even twice as much as in many other countries? The reason lies not only in the base price but in the heavy layers of taxation, import duties, excise taxes, and value-added tax. Together, they turn car ownership into a luxury dream for most Filipinos, with an average monthly salary of just $300 to $500. This dream feels like a fortress wall, high, unreachable. Picture an afternoon in Manila, on one side of a crowded street. An old, battered jeepney rattles by, filled with weary workers returning home. On the other, a gleaming sports car slices through traffic like lightning, leaving behind the wistful gazes of pedestrians. The scene is a living contrast, poverty and wealth separated by nothing more than a single lane. In the Philippines, a car is not just a vehicle, it is a statement of status, a mirror reflecting the vast social divide. It embodies a paradox. Along the same road, a nation struggles for survival while simultaneously showcasing its extravagance. This stark duality forces us to pause, to reflect on how a country can carry within itself both resilience and fracture. And from these bustling streets, our journey continues, unveiling more hidden truths behind the warm smiles of the Filipino people. Number 10. The amazing beaches. Did you know that the Philippines is home to some of the most breathtaking beaches on Earth? where sand feels like powdered silk and the water is so clear you can see schools of fish gliding beneath your feet. On the island of Boracay, white beach stretches like a silver ribbon under the sun, dazzling by day, and by night transforming into a playground of bars and music. Yet if Boracay is a symphony of noise and color, Nakpan in Palawan is a whisper, a 4-kilometer stretch of quiet shoreline where hammocks sway under coconut trees and sunsets burn crimson, as though setting the horizon ablaze. And deeper still lies El Nido, where secret beaches hide behind towering limestone cliffs, reachable only by kayak, making you feel as if you've stumbled upon a forgotten treasure. These scenes are not just destinations but cinematic experiences, landscapes more dramatic than any film could stage. What makes the beaches of the Philippines truly unique is their paradox. Some vibrate with endless energy, others breathe with silence and solitude. One glows with neon lights, another rests beneath a violet sky at dusk. This contrast turns the Philippines into a haven for both the restless explorer and the seeker of peace. And as the waves of the day quietly kiss the shore, our journey carries us onward, toward more mysteries waiting to be unveiled. Number 9. Life in Manila. Did you know that Manila, the capital of the Philippines, is one of the most densely populated cities on Earth? With over 42,000 people crammed into every square kilometer? It is a city where gleaming glass towers rise toward the clouds. Yet only a few streets away, makeshift markets burst with shouts, smoke, and chaos. Picture a day in Manila. In the morning, the sun breaks over a sea of commuters squeezing into jeepneys, church bells ringing in harmony with vendors calling out to sell their sweet taho. By afternoon, mega malls like SM Mall of Asia overflow with shoppers, while outside, barefoot children dart through dusty alleys. And when night falls, Manila transforms again, from rooftop bars in Makati where cocktails mirror the city lights, to sidewalk karaoke stands where the voice of a stranger can spark a chorus that unites the crowd. Life here is a paradox of extremes, wealth and poverty, modernity and tradition, order and chaos, all colliding on the very same street. Manila is not just a capital, it is a mirror of the Philippines itself, complex, vibrant, and endlessly alive. A place where you can look up at luxury lights while, at the same time, looking down into the shining eyes of innocence. And as you step away from its restless streets, our journey moves forward, revealing more hidden wonders waiting to be uncovered. As we pause and reflect on the astonishing discoveries so far, one question lingers: what do they truly reveal about us as human beings? From sea nomads drifting their entire lives upon the waves, to fiery festivals igniting city streets, to the ingenious transformation of war's remnants into cultural icons, all of them speak of a common yearning: to live, to adapt, to leave a trace. Strange, at times harsh, yet beneath them lie universal questions. Who are we in this vast universe? Why do we create, sing, and build, even when darkness forever lurks at the edges? And what will remain when the songs have faded and the lights have dimmed? Picture a quiet night on a Philippine shore, stars shimmering overhead, waves endlessly kissing the sand, the silhouette of fishermen returning after a long day, their lanterns swaying softly upon the water. It is in such a moment that we realize beauty does not exist only in grandeur, but also in the quiet resilience of people. And with this deep breath, the rhythm slows, inviting us to prepare for the greatest secrets. The most wondrous revelations are still waiting just beyond the horizon. Number 8. Extraordinary tourist destinations. Would you dare to swim alongside one of the largest creatures on Earth? Right in the waters of the Philippines? In Oslob, massive whale sharks glide gracefully beside humans, so gentle that visitors can trace the patterns of light across their giant gray bodies. Yet this is only one of countless marvels here. Look to Bohol, where over 1.200 rounded hills turn lush green during the rainy season, then fade to chocolate brown in the dry months, creating the surreal landscape known as the legendary Chocolate Hills. Journey south to Palawan, and you'll find the Puerto Princesa underground river, flowing for more than 8 kilometers through dark limestone caverns, where the echoes of bats and the glimmer of light against stalactites make you feel as if you've entered another world. High in the mountains of Luzon, the Banaue Rice Terraces rise like stairways to the sky, carved meticulously by human hands more than 2,000 years ago. These wonders are not just sights to behold, they are living testaments to human ingenuity, faith, and our enduring bond with nature. It is astonishing that within a single nation, you can encounter such extremes, colossal creatures of the sea, mountains sculpted by generations, and the Spanish colonial city of Vigan, where cobblestone streets and horse-drawn carriages still echo amidst the pulse of modern Asia. Somehow, the Philippines gathers an entire world within its shores. And as we leave these wonders behind, stranger and greater secrets still await us on the road ahead. Number 7. Karaoke culture. Did you know that in the Philippines, karaoke is not merely entertainment, but the very soul of community life? From upscale city bars to humble roadside eateries, music fills the air, and with a single microphone, anyone can step into the spotlight. Karaoke culture here dates back to the 1970s, when the first machines appeared and quickly became symbols of togetherness. But the magic lies not in the machine itself, but in how Filipinos transformed it into a bridge of friendship and shared joy. Picture an evening in a Manila alley. An old karaoke set rests outside a small food stall. A middle-aged man begins to sing, his voice unpolished yet raw and heartfelt. Suddenly the crowd around him claps, joins in, laughter blending with the melody. It is no longer a performance, but a moment of communion where strangers become friends, and music dissolves all boundaries. In the Philippines, karaoke embodies a beautiful paradox. You don't need to sing well. You only need to sing true. It reveals that the power of music lies not in perfection, but in its ability to connect hearts. This is why karaoke is more than entertainment. It is a mirror of the Filipino spirit, optimistic, open, and forever finding joy even amid hardship. And as the song fades into silence, our journey presses on, towards even stranger and more astonishing discoveries that lie ahead. Number 6. The Bajau Sea Nomads. Can you believe there are people who spend up to 60% of their lives underwater, diving as deep as 40 meters without oxygen tanks? These are the Bajau, the sea nomads of Southeast Asia, found in the Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia. They live adrift on wooden stilt houses and houseboats, without nationality or borders, as if the entire ocean were their only homeland. Scientific studies reveal that the Bajau possess unusually large spleens, allowing them to store more oxygen in their blood, a rare biological adaptation evolved solely for survival beneath the waves. Imagine a sunset over the Sulu Sea. A Bajau diver plunges into the crimson-tinted waters, his body gliding like a fish as he descends past vibrant coral reefs, plucking sea cucumbers with practiced ease. While above, a small wooden boat bobs gently, children laughing and playing, their voices echoing across the open sea. This life may appear fragile, yet it is bound to the ocean in a harmony unmatched by any modern civilization. The Bajau are living proof of human adaptability, that harsh conditions need not break us, but can transform us into something extraordinary. Stateless, with no citizens' rights, they nevertheless hold something our modern world has largely forgotten: a profound symbiosis with nature. And from these endless waves, our journey unfolds further, leading us to even stranger revelations waiting to be discovered. Number 5. Kamayan tradition. Did you know that in the Philippines, There exists a dining tradition where forks and spoons are left behind. It is called Kamayan, the art of eating with one's hands, where the community gathers around a feast laid out on fresh banana leaves. This practice has endured for centuries, long before Western utensils arrived, and today it remains cherished during festivals, family gatherings, and outdoor celebrations. Picture a weekend afternoon in the countryside of Luzon, a long table covered in bright green banana leaves, heaping mounds of steaming rice, grilled fish releasing fragrant smoke, golden skewers of meat, ripe mangoes glistening in the sun, and an array of savory dipping sauces. There are no individual plates, no divisions. Everyone sits side by side, scooping rice with their hands, wrapping it with fish or vegetables, and sharing laughter across the table. Kamayan is not just a way of eating, but a way of being. It dissolves the boundaries between rich and poor, guest and host, making everyone part of one family, if only for a meal. The paradox here is striking. In a modern world obsessed with convenience and individuality, the Philippines holds onto a tradition that is communal, primal, and deeply human. It reminds us that true connection does not always require elaborate rituals. Sometimes it is found in the simplest act of sharing food with our bare hands. And in this intimate gesture, our journey through the Philippines continues, revealing yet more secrets waiting to be uncovered. Number 4. Festivals of the Philippines. Did you know that the Philippines is home to some of the world's most vibrant festivals, where streets transform into rivers of dancers, drummers, and prayers? Among the most dazzling are Ati-Atihan and Sinulog, celebrations so powerful that witnessing them once is enough to etch them into memory forever. Ati-Atihan, held on Panay Island, traces back to the 13th century, when the native Ati people were welcomed by new settlers. Today, it is remembered through wild dancing, thunderous drums, and faces painted black with symbolic meaning, earning it the title of the mother of all festivals in the Philippines. Sinulog, in contrast, is celebrated in Cebu with a different spirit, a multi-day spectacle in honor of Santo Niño, the Holy Child statue introduced by the Spanish in the 16th century. Picture a parade in Cebu, costumes shimmering like rainbows, dancers spinning in circular patterns mimicking the flow of a river, drums and horns reverberating through every street, and an atmosphere that is both sacred and jubilant. These festivals are not merely entertainment, they are where faith, history, and identity come alive in unison. They reveal a unique truth, that Filipinos find joy in both reverence and revelry, turning devotion into dance, and city streets into a communal stage. And from the echoes of drums that still linger in the air, our journey carries us forward, into even stranger and more astonishing wonders of this extraordinary nation. Number 3. Filipino Cuisine. Did you know that the Philippines boasts a cuisine unlike any other, where every dish is a dialogue between history, geography, and the soul of a people? Here, adobo, meat simmered in soy sauce, vinegar, and spices, is not only a national dish but also a testament to how Filipinos transform humble ingredients into timeless flavors. Then there is sinigang, a sour soup brewed with tamarind, citrus, or even pineapple, its tang seeping deep into every bite of meat, tasting like a tropical river flowing across your tongue. Or sisig, sizzling on a cast iron plate, minced pork crackling in its own juices, a fresh egg melting into the heat, steam rising like smoke from a volcanic eruption, a chaotic symphony of scent and flavor. And tocino, sweet cured pork marinated in sugar and garlic, grilled to a caramelized crimson, often served with rice and eggs, forming the breakfast heartbeat of millions. Imagine a food street in Pampanga at dusk, smoke curling into the sky, the sour aroma of sinigang mingling with the sweet scent of tocino, the sizzle of sisig echoing in the air, all merging into a sensory orchestra. Filipino cuisine is a strange alchemy, native traditions fused with Spanish, American, and Chinese influences, each leaving a mark, yet blending into a unique identity. The wonder lies in this paradox. Amid diversity and chaos, every dish carries the same message: resilience, adaptability, and the joy of finding richness in simplicity. And from this vibrant feast, our journey continues onward. Number 2. The cost of living. Can you believe that with just $600 a month, one could live in a tropical paradise of turquoise seas, swaying palms, and warm Filipino smiles? Yet here in the Philippines, where the cost of living seems almost impossibly low, lies a haunting paradox. Behind the affordability hides a social divide so deep it feels like an unhealed wound. Picture this: in the very same city, someone rents a modest apartment for $200, dining on a $2 roadside meal, while across the street, a rooftop cocktail costs 10 times as much. Manila at night, neon lights blazing, mega malls gleaming, but only steps away, children curl up on sidewalks beside battered jeepneys spewing smoke. The story of the Philippines is the story of two parallel worlds. 1. The illusion of a cheap paradise where travelers smile with ease. The other, a harsher reality where locals struggle for every peso. The scene plays like a cinematic contrast. The camera pans across a lavish banquet, then lingers on the hollow gaze of a weary laborer. This contradiction makes the cheap cost of living a shocking discovery. It speaks not only of money, but of how society itself functions, where survival and happiness are measured by entirely different scales. The cinematic image is stark. Rain pours over a Manila street, an old man clutching a crumpled bill in his hand, while above him, giant billboards blaze with promises of luxury he will never touch. And from this suffocating contrast, our journey edges toward the final revelation, one last truth, both tender and profound, still waiting to be uncovered. Number 1. Hospitality and politeness. Did you know that the Philippines is often called the Kingdom of Smiles? Where hospitality and politeness are woven into the fabric of daily life. Here, simple honorifics like po and opo to show respect, or kuya, older brother, and ate, older sister, for strangers, transform society into one extended family. Imagine stepping into a small village in Luzon. Locals greet you with warm smiles. Children wave and call out, kuya, and suddenly you are no longer an outsider but part of the community. Even in the bustling chaos of Manila, amidst traffic and smoke, a single smile can dissolve barriers and turn fleeting encounters into connections. Filipinos instinctively give up seats for pregnant women, the elderly, or the disabled at banks and bus stops, gestures small in action, yet vast in meaning, revealing a culture of respect and compassion. This simplicity is what lingers with visitors, not just the beaches or mountains, but the shining eyes and gentle smiles of the people. Cinematic imagery, a close-up of an elderly woman's tender smile, children racing through golden sunsets, the camera panning across hands waving in unison. And so, this journey closes with a profound truth. Sometimes, the greatest wonder of a nation is not found in its landscapes, but in the hearts of its people. The Philippines is not just a country, it is a living symphony, where islands and oceans, storms and festivals, hardships and smiles blend into a grand story. From the quiet songs of the Bajau beneath the sea, to the thunder of drums echoing through city streets, from the ingenuity that turned remnants of war into cultural icons, to the simple warmth of hospitality etched in every smile, all reveal a truth: beauty is born where contrasts collide. And now, the question is yours. Which discovery astonished you most? The stateless sea nomads, the volcanoes shaping destinies, or the kindness of a people who smile even through the storm? Our world still holds countless mysteries, And this journey is only the beginning. Close your eyes and imagine, on the vast map of humanity. Every small dot is a story. And every story waits to be heard. If this voyage has moved you, join us on the adventures to come. Subscribe to Fascinating Discoveries so you won't miss the next revelation, because every corner of the earth hides a secret. And every secret is waiting for you to discover.